Okay, yeah, I met him at his house, um, and I was a little, it's like Miles Davis, okay. I was determined to just say, look, okay, I just gotta be me because one of Miles's main tenets is be yourself, to me. So I said, okay, just be who you are, be that. And he became a lot less intimidating. He was very, very nice, very cordial, and didn't say a lot. Um, it was just a nice hang at his house, and we listened to some of his music that he had, written. And then about 6 months after that, he really turned into kind of I think at that time when I came in, it seemed like there was a lot more peace inside, which is, kind of funny, to say that about him, but he's just a very nice guy who's really loved music and really passionate about it, and it's like the only thing that mattered. And
did he
yeah.
did he still do the thing? Did he talk to you after every show?
Yeah, or before. Yeah, it was mostly before the show. Like, okay, certain band members would get called in, and then he'd say, on Tutu, I want a little lift on it or something like that, or maybe a little faster or something. Sometimes it would be a whole diatribe about, once I remember it was Baby Dodds, the tap dancer. And it's like, I want that kind of rhythm. He was talking to me and Ricky, and he was talking about Baby Dodds and then how, that kind of thing. And actually, I remember he was really impressed that I knew who Baby Dodds was, I was like, oh yeah, tap dancer. He's like, and he went, how do you know that? I was like, I don't know. We were watching, I was on the side of the stage, and there was a drum solo. And we were on the side of the stage, and he goes up to me and says, why don't guys always play louder when there are bitches on the side of the stage? I was like, which is true. It's like, people were like, oh yeah, and he hated that, but he had, at least it was funny. He did a lot of physical comedy. Like I remember once, Ricky's playing his ass off, he's playing really, really hard, like he's just struggling, and really loud, and he's just walking, somebody else is soloing, and he's walking in front of his kick drum, and he looks in his kick drum, it's like, it's got a skin on it, and he starts adjusting his hair, like that. And Ricky's sweating, he's like, yeah, just fucking, I laughed a lot. Once he yawned in front of Ricky, he was like like that, he was like flailing. But it was like, it was
He had a dark side.
It wasn't dark to me. To me, it was like a loving kind of, at that point.
It was a part of his life.
Yeah, I came in at a different time, it was like, this is after all that turmoil, which is, you come up in the era he came up in, doing what he's doing. That's a lot of stuff to go against, to fight against. So by the time I got in there, he was actually really, really, really cool, and I just thought really funny. I mean,
If you had to pick one moment in your time with him, what would it be?
Wow.
You can think about it for a moment.
Well, this.
Photographer, what is the snapshot?
Well, there's so many that come. It's like a split screen, but. Once we were at the Coach House, and me and Foley were in the dressing room, and I think Foley had a relative, an uncle or a dad, and we were sitting there, and or maybe and the guy said, "Miles, you look great. You look so young, and he just gestured to me, and Foley said, "Man, these guys keep me young, And it was such a cool moment for me. It was very special for me, He really actually loved the band and loved music, and that was all he was about, So, to me, yeah. But there's a lot, so many things.